is GJRB. GJRB News. I'm Gary J. Russin. Another car slamming into students starts our news today. This time again in France, a driver suffering from an acute schizophrenia plowed into a group of Chinese students leaving a college in the suburb of Blagnac near Tollhouse on Friday. Three people were injured too gravely as they smashed into an exit of a local high school in southwest France before being taken to a nearby Purban hospital. The driver, 28 years old, was deliberately committed the attack known to police, but was not a security watch. He was arrested and admitted to hearing voices tell him to hurt someone. Three victims, Chinese students, a 22-year-old man, a 23-year-old woman, a college campus comprising of several postgraduate courses, including journalism, computer science, real estate, and business. Saudi Arabia has urged its citizens to claimed was putting lives at stake with his grip on Lebanon. Due to uncertain situation, the Lebanese Rada called the Saudi population there to leave. John Hillerman, the actor who made his career, who played the snooty, we'll talk about that next. He died. We'll have that story coming up. This is GJRB News. The Christmas lights are on and the music is playing for another bright holiday of programming. Join GJRB again this year for the best in holiday internet entertainment. From all-time Christmas favorites to classic radio programs from the golden days of radio, GJRB will keep you entertained with the best of the holidays. More American Christmas jukebox shows. The annual running of Campbell's Playhouse with Orson Welles and the radio version of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, starring Lionel Barrymore as Scrooge, along with Christmas episodes of your favorite classic radio shows. Then, New Year's brings you another Gary Russin year-end review show, remembering the best of the Gary Russin program in 2017. I'll be bringing you the best clips of GRP from January to December. Bright Holiday starts November 25th at 12 o'clock noon Central with American Christmas Jukebox on GJRB. And John Hillerman, the actor who made his career playing the snooty type, playing the snooty type that was a estate caretaker for John Higgins in the Magnum P.I. series, has died at the age of 84. Hillerman received many 4 Emmy Award nominations consecutive years for portraying the character of Higgins, and he also won in 1987. He died in his home in Houston. Family spokesman Lori D. Walls told the Associated Press that the cause of death has not been determined. We'll take a look now at the stock market this hour. We're going to do that right now. The stock market at this hour is slumming a little bit. That's our last story. The stock market has dropped quite a bit today. It's at its lowest level, as a matter of fact. The stock market report at this hour shows the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 38, the S&P just above 0.89, and the S&P is down 2.32. Coming up throughout the afternoon, I'll have news every half hour and when news breaks. News at the bottom of the top of the clock to keep you on top throughout the day on the Gary Russin program on Way Out There and here on Smooth Afternoon. News you need to know. GJRB News. I'm Gary J. Russin at the GJRB News Desk. You hear great jazz on GJRB with the best of jazz, up-and-coming jazz, smooth jazz, and smooth afternoon. If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming, and programming in other great music formats, like blues, urban, including rap, also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, you get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA. Listen and enjoy. Next news at the bottom of the hour. Get all this praise. You're covered and informed. And now, Smooth Afternoon with Gary J. on GJRB.
to be all you could ever want, but deep inside I feel that you are not the one to trust. If only you could have convinced me that you had no eyes for no one but me. If only you had tried to show me was your one and only, just me. So dry your eyes, don't act so surprised at what I say. You never lie to me. So take your lies, all of your alibis, it's goodbye from me. If only you could have convinced me that you had no eyes for no one but me. If only you had tried to show me I was your one and only, just me. Me that you had no eyes for no one but me. If only you had tried to show me I was your one and only, just me, just me.
Yeah, hello everyone, hello everywhere across America listening on social sites. Welcome to Smooth Afternoon. Hi everyone, I'm Gary J. Russin. Hope you enjoyed the afternoon of great smooth jazz. We'll be doing this till 6 o'clock. I want to remind you, the reason why I had to delay it an hour. Usually we would be on at 2 o'clock doing the smooth jazz, but I moved it up an hour because I had some important things to tend to in the last hour before I went on the air, and some last minute prep as well. So I felt that maybe perhaps I should just delay, and then I didn't have a late lunch, so just thought, well, why don't I just delay this show a little bit and go on the air an hour later. So that's what I did. Hey, well, you know, an hour later. So we're going to broadcast till 6 o'clock in the Central Time Zone here, bringing the best in smooth jazz here on GJRB. Hope you'll stay with me across America and bring you the best in jazz entertainment. And hopefully that the internet will be kind today and not go off the air on me all the time like it did on Wednesday. I think we'll be good. And before we get started, got some late-breaking news coming out of End Time Headlines. Receiving news that there's reports that the Saudi-led coalition warplanes have targeted the defense and the defense ministry building in Yemen's capital, Sana'a. According to RT, the will more information as it develops and unfolds, so I'll keep you on top of that. That's coming from the End Time Headlines, GJRB's main #1 source for news and information. And I'm Gary J. Russin. We'll keep you on top of that. Of course, news every 30 minutes at the bottom and the top of the clock to keep you informed throughout the afternoon here on GJRB. So we'll keep you tabs on what's going on there throughout the afternoon here on GJRB. But right now, let's kick back, relax, and enjoy the best in smooth jazz this afternoon. Just relax and enjoy it. This is Larry Ludwig. Beautiful piece of music. This is kind of more classical than jazz, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely fabulous. It's called Gershwin's Cats on Smooth Afternoon.
Relax with a wave of smooth jazz on GJRB Online.
Smooth afternoon time here on GJRB online, and it's underground beats with a selection called Smooth Jazz. How you doing, everyone? Gary J. Russell with you, bring you the best in smooth jazz on Smooth Afternoon here online, here on Spreaker across America. Glad you could be with me today. Got some really great smooth jazz, and we got some brand new music too as well next hour with our emerging hour. Be picking and choosing, and of course it's our Freestyle Friday as always. Brand new music, and of course pick and play from the GJRB rotation. So it's just a fun day to just enjoy the best of jazz here on GJRB Online. Tomorrow will be the best of jazz. This is Smooth Jazz, Smooth Afternoon show here on GJRB, and I'm glad you could be sticking around for the best in jazz and some great relaxing music to kick back with on a Friday afternoon. And what a way to do it. Beautiful day here in Clinton, Iowa. We'll take a look at that weather forecast coming up for you locally. But we also have weather across the nation because we're national on Spreaker across America on all social sites. So that means it's time for weather on the fives. And that means time to take a look at some national weather. Got some heavy rains and strong winds in the mountains and some snowfall there. Will continue over the Pacific Northwest and Northern California through this weekend. Meanwhile, there's our first Arctic air mass to hit in the season. It's going to affect much of the northern and eastern states with areas of heavy snow over portions of the upper Great Lakes. So if you're in those areas, you're going to get some snow, folks. If you're living in the upper Great Lakes, we'll keep you on top of that. We'll have our weather on the fives, and we'll give you your temperatures in your hometown, in your neck of the woods. So that's coming up here on GJRB Online. We'll have some upper northern area weather for you coming up next. So stay with me here on GJRB Online on Spreaker.
Great jazz. You hear GJRB with the best of jazz, up and coming jazz, smooth jazz, and smooth afternoon.
If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming.
And programming in other great music formats.
Like blues, urban, including rap. Also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, you get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA. Listen and enjoy.
Strange things in the sky and around the world. Strange beings sighted. What's going on? All around us, conspiracy theories are being discussed. This is the show all about the strange things that are way out there. I'm Gary Russ, and this Way Out There's back with more weird stories of the strange and the bizarre. Keep looking up in the sky and let me know what you see. Way out there. Every third Friday at 2 o'clock Central on GJRB. America's Street Music is back on GJRB, Bluegrass with the Grass Golds, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys, and so much more. So it's time to bring it back, and on more often. It's Bluegrass Jubilee Freestyle, with all the great songs you heard before, and some new up-and-coming stars with some emerging bluegrass. Also, some all-time gospel favorites too. At a brand new time, every third Saturday at 12 noon Central on GJRB.
The Christmas lights are on and the music is playing for another bright holiday of programming. This year, more Christmas music with American Christmas Jukebox and more shows and more of your favorite Christmas classics. Christmas service from Christian Community Fellowship Church. Classic radio with a Christmas Carol starring Lionel Barrymore as Scrooge from a CBS Campbell's Playhouse with Orson Welles from Christmas Eve 1939. It's a bright holiday to remember, starting Saturday, November 25th on GJRB. And looking forward to that. It's going to be a nice big event coming up with that. So I'll keep you informed of that coming up real soon here on GJRB. Meanwhile, let's take a look at what's going on in the news headlines this hour from the GJRB News Desk. Some of the stories covering for you in the news desk, the late developing news, as there's an attack on the Syrian border. We'll talk about that coming up. Also coming up, Higgins, who was from the TV series Magnum P.I., has died. And an attack again in France as the car plows into some students. We'll have that story and more breaking news coming up this hour, keeping you on top of what's going on in the news. GJRB. We'll have another newscast coming up at 3 o'clock. And along with that, more smooth jazz coming your way here on GJRB online here on Spreaker. I'm Gary J. Russin. Hope you're enjoying the program, and I hope you'll enjoy some more of that best of smooth jazz for you right here on Spreaker on GJRB online. We'll be right back. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end-time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radio Land. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radio Land.
If you're a new emerging artist and want your songs out there, the place to go is Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation, a website totally devoted to new music. From new artists from every town and every state in the U.S. If you're a solo artist and recording your own music, it's Reverb Nation. Stop on by, visit, listen to the music. Check out the site, www.reverbnation.com. Put your music out there and gain an audience. Go to Reverb Nation for the best in new music. And remember, if you like your songs played on GJRB Online is up and coming, drop me an email at GaryJ65@yahoo.com. And I'll be playing your song on all GJRB online shows. Remember the name, Reverb Nation.
Attention men under the age of 35. You know what really impresses the ladies? When a guy has a few drinks and later gets pulled over for buzz driving. That could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. There goes let's grab dinner and a movie. Oh, I know. You drive more carefully when you're buzzed. You've proven that hundreds of times. A woman admires that kind of confidence. And you've practiced how to speak if a cop does pull you over. Slowly, clearly, and politely like, "Good evening, officer." A woman admires that kind of foresight. And what woman doesn't find it adorable that you call it buzzed even though the law calls it drunk? You could kiss $10,000 goodbye, along with any chance of having a girlfriend. Because nothing says, "I'm a catch," more than a guy who lives in his parents' basement and calls it my place.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
That sound more like everyone else than anyone else.
Spreaker is the website which turns anyone into a radio DJ. Log on to Spreaker.com for listening to thousands of radio channels and start creating your own radio today.
Coming to GJRB, a program highlighting the artists that play on GJRB. Artist Showcase. The first show featuring the music of Samuel Day. We'll talk about him and his music and the songs he wrote and recorded, including his latest hit on the GJRB playlist, The Roses. In addition, you'll hear all the other Samuel Day songs. Click and listen to the podcast of the Artist Showcase.
Podcast available now on the GJRB Spreaker public site.
Okay, we're back. Welcome back to our smooth afternoon show here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker across America and around the world. Hope you're enjoying the program, and I hope you'll stay with me for the best in the smooth jazz throughout this afternoon. Got a lot of good stuff for you. Hope you'll stay with me. Got some emerging artists, too, coming up. Got a lot of good emerging artists from all over the country and across our borders as well, and all over the place. Here's the AM3 project right now. It's the Silicon City on GJRB. and they call themselves the AM3 Project. It's been on our playlist for some time now. It's called Silicon City on GJRB Online here at Spreaker. Gary J. Russell with you on a Freestyle Friday. Smooth afternoon. Got all kinds of great jazz for you all afternoon. Smooth jazz on our jazz weekend, as we always do every weekend. Top of the month, bring you the best in smooth jazz on Fridays, and then Saturday we have the best of jazz. Jazz weekend, the top of the first weekend of every month here on GJRB Online, except for next month. We're going to be heading into our Christmas programming. So this is the last show for a while until January. Then we'll be back with Smooth Afternoon in January, that first Friday in January. We will have the Smooth Afternoon for you here on GJRB Online. So we'll be back with that. And, of course, we'll be starting something brand new in our schedule, and I've got a GJRB schedule update podcast I'm going to be set up to record here. And I'm planning on doing is we're going to have a kind of a spaced-out schedule. That I'm going to be on more often here on Spreaker with sporadic type programming. I'm going to decide, it's my program director's choice, in which I will go on the air other than what's scheduled. I'm going to be doing some stuff. I'm going to be playing around, going on the air, whatever, whenever. I'll set a day and then I'll go on the air and have more shows more often. And especially a lot of the shows that I like to do more often. So I'm planning this out. So I'll let you know what we're going to do with that, and give you an idea exactly what we're going to GJRB at a spontaneous schedule, kind of, and where I'll be on the air whenever. And maybe even be having other people on beside me. That's how we're going to do that too. So we're going to get a chance for you to, be a part of the program, and we're going to kind of, dice this around and see what happens to it, and see what becomes of it. That's how we're going to do it. So I hope you'll join me live. We're going to have a great show. We'll have some fun. We'll do some radio, and we'll have a lot of fun doing internet radio that way here on GJRB Online. So tune in for that. We'll be doing internet radio at its best here on GJRB. So tune in for that. A lot of fun on Spreaker. Okay? All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a break, and then we'll be right back. I got more smooth jazz coming up, and coming up later, 45 minutes of non-stop smooth jazz.
You hear
all
great
next.
jazz on GJRB with the best of jazz, upcoming jazz, smooth jazz, and smooth afternoon.
If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming.
And programming in other great music formats.
Like blues, urban, including rap. Also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, you get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA. Listen and enjoy.